Hey, what's up guys? Pigmask here, casting a game from the Gosuleague. This took place the 22nd of December, which was yesterday at the time of this casting. And this is the first of two games between NEXT.kz and dd.dota. So, yeah, this is the end, I believe. This is the last games from this month of the Gosuleague. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident that's true. Don't quote me if it's not true, and please quote me if it is true. So anyway, yeah, Next in DD. DD, I've not casted a game from them before. I've casted games from Next, and I'm a little bit familiar with DD. I gotta know the team. I know that they, I saw them top Empire in, I think it was Raid Call. I think Raid Call. DD came up on Empire 2-1. I saw them lose to EG a couple of days ago, actually. Yeah, I've seen some stuff from them. So if we're looking at bans here right now, actually on DD we see kind of a Bounty Hunter and a Jakiro ban first off. So Bounty and Jakiro are heroes that definitely are really strong in team fights and are really strong in solo lanes and tri lanes respectively, and Undying and a Batrider ban up top on Next now. And it's actually interesting because we don't have a Magnetor ban right now, and Magnetor is a hero, Magnus as he's called in Dota 2, is a hero that you see banned pretty often. Pretty much across the board you see that hero not put into the pool just because of his strength. Now, this is post 6.77, so Magnus has had a slight nerf, though not enough of a nerf evidently, because DD picks him as their first pick. Not surprising. They don't want to let a powerful hero like that slip into the hands of Next, as they could do some real damage with him, I'm sure. Magnus is, it's weird because what got nerfed on him was his Impale, and while yes, that was very strong, the big reason he is picked up is mostly because of his ultimate. His reverse polarity is incredibly powerful. It's like a mix between Tidehunter's Ravage and Darkseer's Vacuum, and it can just destroy. Magnus pairs incredibly well with heroes like Sven because of the cleave damage, or any kind of hero that's going to do massive AoE damage. So Magnus the first pickup for DD. Let's see what Next says in response to that. They say Windrunner in response to that. Windrunner picked up here. Windrunner is, you know, all-around great utility hero. So she is someone that doesn't really, she's not really a response, I don't think, to Magnus. She can't really do a ton to disrupt his skills necessarily. He skewers in pretty quick. I said Impale before, by the way, I believe, when I meant to say skewer. His skewer moves in real fast, and I don't know that Windrunner could get like a shackle shot off in time to stop him from doing his ultimate, because it pops up pretty much instantaneously after he runs with the skewer. Shadow Demon now a follow-up pick. So Shadow Demon now could be an interesting counter to a guy like Magnus. Depending on the other heroes that DD picks up, Shadow Demon could be a focus on picking up Magnus before he can skewer or use his reverse polarity, maybe kind of offset his combo a bit. But again, it comes out very quick, so I don't know that that's necessarily a response to Magnus either. I'm curious to see what Next is going to do in response to Magnetor, because they're going to have to do something about him. Magnus is a hero that's, it's likely for him to go mid. We might see Sox playing him on DD. And so you're going to want someone that can really slow down his growth in mid. There's the Sven pick I was talking about earlier. We're going to see Wisp and Sven combo together, as they are an excellent combo. Wisp can teleport around the map with Sven. Sven has a great stun, a great speed burst, you know, a good all-around hero to take with you. He has great burst damage when he uses his ultimate as well, his God's Strength. So Sven and Wisp are going to be a hell of a combo in the early to mid-game, and then when it comes to team fighting, Magnus and Sven are going to be the ones to watch. And there's a Queen of Pain, so Queen of Pain is going to be the one going up against Magnus. And I'm curious to see exactly how how Magnus is going to respond to someone like Queen of Pain, who is great at harassing. We see a Lycanthrope ban right now from DD. It's kind of a strange thing. Lycan's a little bit fallen out of favor. So we also see a Chen ban now from Next. We have seen Calculus play Chen, and I guess they do not want to mess with that. Chen is, you know, I've spoken about it before, pre 6.75 bans and heroes that were at one point auto bans just off the bat. You know, guys like Lycan, or Nature's Prophet sometimes, or Darkseer especially maybe, and Chen was one of them, and he's banned out here. So is the Nyx Assassin now. Nyx Assassin and Leshrac are the two that are banned next. Interesting bans from DD. I don't know about the Lycan ban necessarily. Lycan is pretty strong, but when you have a guy like Shadow Demon, you might be looking at a tri-lane with him, or you could be looking at as well a dual lane in mid sort of setup. But I think Queen is going to be going up against Magnus. Queen of Pain is she has great burst damage. She'll be able to really put pressure on Magnus and stop him from getting to that level 6 as early as he can. Stop him from getting a Blink Dagger early as well, because DD is going to want to use him as initiation, as a strong initiator. And I mean, you can slow him down. I don't know that you can stop him, though, because he will one day hit level 6. And once he hits level 6, he's going to pair up with Sven, who I'm assuming is going to be played by Link on DD. He will be dealing out a ton of damage. And that's going to be interesting to see.
10 seconds remaining.
See how Next can respond to something like that.
5 seconds remaining.
We have a Darkseer ban and a Keeper of the Light ban following Nyx and Leshrac on each team. So DD taking a little time right now. They could still use someone to lane up with Wisp and Sven if they're going to be tri-laning. A Nature's Prophet, though, they're actually going to send a Nature's Prophet who is probably going to be going in the jungle. That could be Calculus playing him. And it's, okay, so it looks like they're going to be pairing up Wisp and Sven. And we see an Earthshaker pick up now. Earthshaker, that's kind of, again, not a common hero to see picked up, but I like it. I like the Earthshaker pickup because there was a nerf to Skewer with a 6.77. And, you know, I have to double check on the exact change to it, but or it's possible that Earthshaker's Fisher will block Magnus's Skewer. And if that is the case, and again, I'm not 100% sure that it is, but if it is, that is a very, very interesting thing that we could be seeing more Earthshaker play now. But on top of that potential, because again, I'm not 100% confident that that is the case. If it's not, Earthshaker is still interesting because Magnus is someone who forces heroes together in a very tight area. And what's going to happen then is someone like Sven and Wisp are going to get kind of close to that little chunk of heroes, or maybe not Wisp, but Magnus and Sven for sure. And Earthshaker can use his chain stunning ability to really deal damage to those heroes that are going to be pressuring into Magnus. I'm sorry, putting pressure on the heroes that Magnus damages and pulls in with his reverse polarity. My words got a little mixed up right there. I'm actually trying to look up now to see that change to Skewer. But anyway, Lina and Anti-Mage are the last pickups. Anti-Mage is kind of an interesting pickup here. Very kind of a classic carry, but not super surprising either. Next is typically a very aggressive team. Anti-Mage doesn't really promote that kind of aggression because he takes a little time to really build up in strength. So, at the same time, Magnus and Sven are two mana-dependent heroes. So, if Anti-Mage, once he picks up something like a Manta Style, he can really, really hurt those two heroes in terms of their spellcasting ability. So, Anti-Mage may be a strange pickup for Next, given their general playstyle, but he definitely matches up well with someone, or against someone rather, like Sven and Magnus. So, let's go over the teams here. we're going to have on NEXT.kz we'll start off with, we have Torpor playing the anti-mage that I've been talking about for a little bit now. We have Stallcat playing the Earth Shaker. We have 11-2, also known as 9, playing the Shadow Demon. And we're going to have Manta playing that Queen of Pain, who's going to be going up against that Magnus in the middle. Mantis playing that, and Wadafaka playing the Windrunner with that nice Sparrowhawk set. And we have a bit of initiation here. We have a disruption on the Anti-Mage, or I'm sorry, on the Sven, not the Anti-Mage. And Shadow Demon picking up the first blood. That's actually going to be an interesting combo. That slip of the tongue I made there, disruption on Anti-Mage, I said, that's actually going to be interesting because that'll give Anti-Mage a sort of Manta style before he actually has Manta style. So I'm curious to see if they're going to maybe take advantage of that. The illusions don't last a long time, 8 seconds at level 4, 5 seconds early on, but it's a curious strategy to see if that's something that they may give a whirl. I'm just throwing that out there. That's a possibility that I'd like to see, because I think that would be an interesting kind of twist on the disruption, which is often used defensively. But using it on in an offensive manner, as Next may be to do, would be interesting. So we're actually not going to have Nature's Prophet jungling, as I initially assumed. He's actually going to be going top lane solo. So it is going to be a tri-lane on the bottom with Sven, Lina, and Wisp. There is no H in that name, but I still use the H sound. And it is going to be Magnus against Mantis on the Queen of Pain. So anyway, I introduced Next. Let's take a quick look at DD here before we get and pay attention to the laning action. We're going to have Sox playing the Magnetar in the middle. We're going to have Calculus on Nature's Prophet going all by his lonesome up top against Shadow Demon and the Anti-Mage. On the bottom, we're going to have Rise on Lina, Crit on Wisp, and Link on Sven. So those three heroes on the bottom are going to have... they're going to have an okay time. It's because it's going to be Earthshaker and Windrunner laning together on the bottom. So we're going to maybe have a little bit more of an aggressive Windrunner as well. Earthshaker, not a hero that needs that much farm. And we're seeing kind of a funny pull into the Ancients here. I kind of like that. That nice fissure block and then pull over to the Ancient camp. Interesting strategy here. Nice little play from Next. I like that. It's very clever, very thinking outside of the box. So once you have that Earthshaker out, again, not a hero too often seen these days, but a hero I rather enjoy. I like to see the Earthshaker. Especially, I like the voice actor that plays him. Very nice, low, grumbling voice. Magnus taking a little bit of harass here from Queen of Pain, and his mana cost is a little low as well. He's going to be half to using his Shockwave. Going to be half to using, when it doesn't make any sense. That's not grammatically correct. He's going to have to use his Shockwave. There we go. That's a lot better. To get those last hits against Queen of Pain, because Queen is not only a ranged hero, but she's a pretty okay attack animation as well. So let's see how well, I'm still curious to see how well Next is going to be able to hold back Magnus. That first kill picked up as well by Shadow Demon. You know, you take what you can get early on, but Shadow Demon. I think it was those the illusions on Sven. So Queen of Pain now bottled the double damage rune. She may be getting a little aggressive here against Magnetar. Let's see if she will. She's going to want to use that double damage, I'm sure. Is she going to use it on Magnus, though? It's hard to say. He is a strength hero, so he has a bit of tankiness to him. I would actually like to see her go bottom and kind of disrupt this tri-lane in a little while, perhaps. Right now, she's sitting on level 4. Maybe when she hits level 5, or perhaps maybe she'll wait till level 6, depending on how quickly she levels. I'd like to see her go bottom and maybe pick up a kill on the Wisp or the Lina. Picking up a kill on Wisp is going to be pretty easy for someone like Queen of Pain, so I'd like to see her try to do that. I think that would really put the advantage in the hands of Windrunner and Earthshaker, who are very content right now just pulling this lane. I'm actually kind of surprised to see Earthshaker leveling up Fissure, just because so far he's using the Fissure to pull. And that only increases the mana costs by 15. And Earthshaker is strength hero without the highest intelligence. So Calculus now heading into the jungle with the Nature's Prophet to leave Anti-Mage up top all by himself. So this is something that you kind of have to give up. Sometimes you have to give up a lane on occasion. In this case, it's the Anti-Mage lane that's been given up, because Anti-Mage pairing up with the Shadow Demon means Nature's Prophet is not going to get any farm, and he is a relatively farm-dependent hero. So, DD might be saying, you know what, we'll give Anti-Mage that farm, but in exchange, we're going to be farming up our Nature's Prophet. So, Anti-Mage gets free farm up top, which is very dangerous, but in exchange, Nature's Prophet does something because he was doing absolutely nothing in that top lane. So it's okay to see the Nature's Prophet leave that top lane all alone to Anti-Mage because of that. Queen of Pain got a little bit aggressive. She's currently sending her bottle back to town, back to the fountain to heal up. And we're actually seeing some of that aggressive play I've mentioned about Next right now. Anti-Mage could be very content just kind of sitting in the top lane and controlling it a bit, letting him get farm, letting him farm up without any hesitation, kind of just hang out over there. But instead, they're going to be pushing onto this tower. Next wants the top tower early, so they're going to get it again. Nature's Prophet is not there, so that top tower is theirs for the taking. Anti-Mage is going to be taking that kill in just a moment, I'm certain. So some aggressive anti-mage play coming, perhaps, from Next. So Queen of Pain hit level 6 now. She does not have her bottle back yet. But when she does, I would expect some aggression out of her. She has her Sonic Wave. She does not have the mana, though, to use it. Oh, she was like 12 mana short. 12 mana short to casting that. That would not have been a dead Magnus, but it would have been pretty close. There's some nice harass from Windrunner. Windrunner trying to do something to Sven. For a little while there, Stalcat and Wadafaka were hanging out right back here. Just kind of letting Sven free farm on the bottom. A nice double pull from Wisp right there. And maybe now they've changed their tune a little bit. Because Windrunner is up to level 5. She has her level 3 power shot. And Earthshaker picks up the invisibility rune down here, not letting Queen come get it, but it's understandable because Wisp was going to go grab it himself. Nature's Prophet maybe putting on some pressure to the anti-mage, but you know what? Torpor is fine with that because he is out-leveling Nature's Prophet at this point. He is out-farming Nature's Prophet, and Nature's at this point is kind of a weak intelligence hero. He's got to be very careful. So now we have 3 heroes actually going onto the Magnetar. That could be a dead Magnus. Yes, it is Earthshaker with the last hit. Shadow Demon rolling into the middle from the top, while Earthshaker rolls into the middle from the bottom, and Queen of Pain with a couple of nice screams and right clicks takes down the Magnetar. And now Next is going to be taking this middle tower after they've already taken the top tower. So Next being incredibly aggressive to fight this, despite the fact, stumbling over my words a bit there, despite the fact that they are the ones with the hard carry. Normally when you have a hard carry like Anti-Mage or Faceless Void, you are going to see a team kind of hang back and let that hero get farm because they really need a lot of farm to be incredibly effective. But at this point, Next, I believe, are happy to just push because, like I was mentioning in the picking phase, the Sven Wisp teleporting combo is powerful in the mid game, and late game, the Magnus Sven combo is incredibly powerful. So Next knows that, and they want to end this game before it gets to the late game stage. Before Magnus and Sven can really power up. And that's smart of them. That's a good play. Anti-Mage also has a Quelling Blade right now, so he's able to clear lanes quick and push things back. He's also working toward that Battle Fury. He picks up the Claymore first. Getting some damage. Often you will see an Anti-Mage hanging out in lane pick up the Ring of Health first. But he, in this case, damage is the name of the game for Next. And now, Earthshaker and Windrunner getting taken out by Lina and Sven. It's an aggressive trialing with a Nature's Prophet coming in. Also, I've looked at Magnus, and I was wrong. I don't know where I got that information from, that he can't go through things anymore. That's silly, that's wrong. He just can't affect magic immune units, and the range is reduced. So, disregard my my hypothetical Earthshaker Magnus counter. That's silly. That is ridiculous. That's no thank you. So Earthshaker pick up not because of that, but perhaps for some other reasons.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So the tower pushing still very aggressive right now, and we could be seeing a middle tower dropping momentarily. It's at half HP. And bottom tower as well going to be up. So Sven and Wisp dropped thanks to Earthshaker and Windrunner. A nice enchant totem followed by a fissure, I believe it was. And there's another fissure now into the Magnus. Magnus going down from a nice Queen of Pain interception there. A nice little alley-oop perhaps if we're going to switch sports. From a Queen of Pain supporting up that, finishing off rather, that Earthshaker pitch. So now I think we're going to see a dead Lina. Yes, we are. So the bottom tower is going to be falling in just a second, and top tower as well, in fact. And Anti-Mage getting closer and closer to that Battle Fury. He's picking up the Claymore and the Broadsword first because he wants to take those towers. He's currently doing 129 damage a swing. But that is pretty good for Anti-Mage. Level 9 in 9 minutes. And Queen of Pain is going to be going back to town right now because the Tri-Lane is on their way back into aggression. Wisp is level 6 now, so I wonder if we will be seeing any teleports. It's going to be a bit dangerous, though, because if we're looking at levels, if I can find, there it is, right now, and Next is a little higher in level, and Earthshaker getting one stun off right at the end. That stun might actually have been just enough to make Wisp get killed, and Sven also gets killed. That last hurrah from Earthshaker, I'm pretty sure, is what sealed the deal on Wisp right there. So Wisp and Sven got a little bit aggressive, really wanted to take out the fleeing Earthshaker. And I guess in their defense, they were able to. But they died for their cause. They died for it, and I do not know if that was a worth it play. So Next currently up, 8 kills, 2-3, Queen of Pain, and Anti-Mage are sitting at the top of the level in terms of net worth. We're going to have Anti-Mage, Queen of Pain, and Windrunner, actually, sitting at the top. And Queen of Pain sitting at 2 kills as well. Magnetar now traveling up to the top a little bit. No wards at the moment up for Next to watch runes. There's a nice Venomancer ward right here to kind of make sure Anti-Mage doesn't get ganked, because as aggressive as he is being, he is still a hard carry who could use some farm, and right now he is getting it. He almost has his Battle Fury. It's going to be probably 12-minute Battle Fury, 13-minute Battle Fury, which is just not too bad. So Earthshaker coming in with a nice ultimate dropped right there, and Queen of Pain ends up dropping though. Queen of Pain ends up dying for Earthshaker's efforts. Though that was a pretty alright Echo Slime. You want to land the Echo Slime in as many creep and heroes as you can, and that is going to be a dead Magnus, I think, because Windrunner came in. She took the long way around, I believe, and turned this bad day into a worse one for Magnetar, who has not had the best game of his life right now. He's sitting at 3 deaths, and he is not happy about that. So Anti-Mage as well picked up a kill a second ago. Sven and Wisp were coming up top trying to get a kill on the Anti-Mage, but Anti-Mage was already gone. He is about 100 gold off now of his Battle Fury. He is going to go grab it from these few heroes sitting up top. So not only has Anti-Mage been able to be aggressive, but Torpor has played him in such a way that he's also getting up a bunch of gold, and soon he will have that Battle Fury, which will only get him more and more gold. Magnus now in the middle. Oh, but Earthshaker was waiting for him with the Fissure, and Queen of Pain with a nice Sonic Scream. Oh, man. That might be a dead Lina. Yes, that is a dead Lina. And now Magnetar is going to have to run away with his giant horn between his legs. That sounds terrible. I pretend I did not say that. I'm sure his horn is massive, but we don't need to talk about it anymore. This middle tower, though, is dead. And Anti-Mage got his Battle Fury. Earthshaker picked up the kill in the middle tower. So right now, what I would like to see from DD is a little bit of tighter 5-man Dota, because right now they're splitting up and getting picked off.
Death comes in at the ears.
If we can see a stun maybe from the Earthshaker, that could be a dead Magnetar. No, Earthshaker instead gets killed by a shockwave from Magnus, but Magnus himself may end up getting killed from Queen of Pain. She's going to teleport in a second. There it is, and Queen of Pain picks up the kill with a little bit of support from Anti-Mage.
Pain is the best teacher.
Right now, Next is just making a statement here against DD, and they haven't had the best year, but they are definitely tuning in for this game. Queen of Pain battling an illusion rune. Sven sitting at a little lowly level 7, while his contemporaries are sitting at a much higher level. Anti-Mage is level 12. Queen of Pain is level 11. Sven now is level 8, but DD are going to have to work together here to stop getting ganked and stop getting killed so easily. Right now we've got Wisp and Sven sitting on bottom, and they are going to need to be very careful because we have an Earthshaker and a Shadow Demon kind of on the way. They're in the lane, looking to stack this Ancient Camp right now. But just around the corner could be an Anti-Mage, it could be a Queen of Pain, and those heroes have been the bane of the top and middle lanes. So Sven is trying to farm up as much as he can, but he's going to have to be careful because he has a trifecta of heroes smoking up on their way to Crit and Link. And if Crit doesn't link up soon, he is going to be dead, and I think he might be. There's a nice Shackle. Didn't latch, but didn't need to, because that was enough to stop Wisp from tethering toward Sven. That is a dead Wisp. And right now, Sven just getting his power treads, or rather his drum.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But hey, there's that Queen of Pain with the haste rune. Like I mentioned, she could be just around the corner. So Queen and her 3 compadres are going to be picking up this bottom tower. Sven is going to have to go hang out back at the tier 2 bottom tower, which is one of the few towers currently standing, because the top tower was just destroyed by Anti-Mage and a bunch of little creepos. So middle tower tier 2 and bottom tower tier 2 are the only ones left standing for DD. Next, on the other hand, have only lost their bottom tier 1 tower. Anti-Mage is in fact so confident at this point, he is going to be farming DD's Ancient Camp. And now he's got his Yasha. So once again, Anti-Mage walking a fine line between farming and ganking, and it's working incredibly well for him. So Shadow Demon actually kind of saved Sven there. Sven would have gotten hit by Queen of Pain's Scream, but instead he did not because of the disruption. So a little bit of a miscommunication there on Next, and Shadow Demon ends up dying for it. Excuse me, I had to take a big drink of water right there. So anyway, as I was kind of saying before, DD needs to play a tighter game. They need to play together. At the moment, they're kind of all doing their own thing because, you know, I understand they all kind of need some farm. Nature's Prophet needs farm. He's sitting on a Hand of Midas and about 2,100 gold. Sven does not have too much. His net worth right now is sitting at a lowly 4,400 compared to Anti-Mage, who's almost at 10,000. And Sven is kind of the as close to a parallel as DD will get, I believe, as far as carries go. DD, though, what's interesting is they're not playing cohesively in terms of team fighting, in terms of roaming around together. But if you look at their lineup, their entire tactical base is built on strong team fight capabilities. You know, like I said, you want Magnus to land his reverse polarity. You want Lina to follow up with a nice stun on the people that got pulled in. You want Sven to just crit build hard as content. Queen of Pain putting herself in a very bad position there. She is going to blink out just barely. I don't know if she will end up getting away because of the Wisp. Oh, the Wisp Spirits, actually. Oh, wow. What a nice turnaround from Queen of Pain. And Sven is going to kind of run away now because the Shadow Demon showed up. That was a nice little play from Queen of Pain. She kind of baited in Shadow Demon, or I'm sorry, Wisp and Sven to chase, and then turned around once cooldown was off. So a bit of a missed time there on the Earthshaker Enchant Totem Aftershock little slam. But Sven does die in the end. We might be seeing a dead Luna here. Nice little jukes. Beautiful little back and forth from Wadafaka on the Windrunner to dodge the stun from Luna. That was or Lina. I keep saying Luna. Lina. Lina stuns, missing Wadafaka because of his nice little jumps. And now Anti-Mage is back up top farming, sitting on about 300 gold. He's got a Yasha. He's got a Battle Fury. So he's looking for his Manta style right now, and then it is going to be go time for Next. At the very least, it would be go time for Next if it was not already go time. They're going to kill this giant Grieval Roshan just after they have culled a few towers from DD's lineup. So I think maybe after this Roshan kill, we could be seeing some more aggression from Next on the middle or bottom towers. I'd expect it on the middle tower. It's already hurt a little bit, and it's a bit of a shorter lane to push in. Magnus is smoked up now. Yeah, DD have to. They had to have known that Next was getting the Roshan, but there wasn't a whole lot they could do about it, I don't think. There may have been an opportunity for Magnus to land his reverse polarity and Sven to get some right clicks in, but it would have been very dangerous, and they are somewhat underleveled and underfarmed, so probably smart on them to just let Next take the Roshan kill, so they could get their Sven and their Magnus and their Nature's Prophet farmed up. Right now we have Sven and Wisp pushing up top. Queen of Pain, though, picked up a kill on Magnus. Magnus has been the target. I was wondering how exactly Magnus would be stopped, and the answer is unrelenting brutality from all angles. So Lina picked up a kill on Earthshaker with a Laguna Blade. Wisp picked up a Windrunner kill. Lina picked up a Queen of Pain kill. Shadow Demon grabs Lina. This is turning bad, though, for Next. This is some good surprise play from DD, and DD goes 4-2 there. Nice defense from DD. They finally get a little bit of team play going, a little bit of cooperation from each hero, even without the Magnus in there to deal his reverse polarity. They were still able to do something. Lina got a nice double stun, and then Sven just swung away. Wisp came in with him, got some good tether stuns. All in all, it really worked out for DD. That was some nice play, and I'd like to see some more of that from them.
Tower is under attack.
Anti-Mage, though, at this point is a farming machine. Just how quickly, with Blink and Battle Fury and his whole thing, he can just farm away with. And now he has the I guess, yeah, he now is the Anti-Mage, let's call him. Because he has his Battle Fury, he has his Manta Style, and it is going to be bad times for DD once the team fights begin. And we could be seeing a bit of a skirmish in mid right now. Oh, Lina, though, with a nice stun, and Wisp tethering onto her. Queen of Pain has to back away. Oh no, but here comes the Windrunner trying to finish off Lina, and Earthshaker ends up popping in to get the kill. He has his Blink Dagger right now, so we're going to see some hot initiations from Earthshaker, I think, in, I would say about 40 seconds. We'll be seeing something fun from Earthshaker. Especially if DD is not careful here. So Sven working on his BKB. He has his Ogre Club. Magnus now on bottom, sitting at level 13. He has his Blink Dagger. He's been farming pretty decently at the moment. And he's going to teleport back to mid because Magnus is feeling a team fight, just as I believe Next is feeling a team fight. Anti-Mage farming up more. Already back up to 4,500 gold. He has to have close to 700 gold per minute at the moment. He does have close to 700 gold per minute. I was right. He has 718 gold per minute. That's pretty close to 700. Only a little bit more. So Anti-Mage is on the crazy train in terms of farm right now. And DD has done nothing to stop him. I don't think he's died yet. He has not. He has 202. Queen of Pain up to 7 kills. 245 last hits on the Anti-Mage. So that is some farming power from Anti-Mage, from Next as well. Let's see what Torpor's gonna do. Is he gonna come into the team fight? No, he says, you guys do what you want to do on that team fight. I am going to go farm up a little bit longer. I'm strong, but I'm not strong enough yet. Wisp killing Shadow Demon with his spirits. Queen of Pain has to get out of there at the moment. Anti-Mage did just buy something, it looks like. He did. He just went straight for a heart. We have a full heart coming to the Anti-Mage. So, I mean, you know, Anti-Mage is on the farm train. Why stop? Why slow down? You're already up there. Might as well keep going. Windrunner ends up killing Magnus, and Queen of Pain activates her regeneration rune. A nice little thing about the regen rune is as long as you are missing HP or mana, it will keep regenning you. So you want to cast as many spells as you can while it's going. And now Anti-Mage has 2,500 HP, and he's pushing into this middle tower. As far as what DD needs to do to turn this around, it is kill everybody but Anti-Mage in a team fight and then kill Anti-Mage. Because if they focus Anti-Mage, he won't die. He has too much HP, he's got that spell resistance, and he's got the Aegis of the Immortal still. It's going to be going down pretty soon. Only have let's a few seconds left on the Aegis of the Immortal. It expires at 6 minutes after picking it up. And so now it looks like Next is ready to push and finish this game, and you use that Aegis of the Immortal if needed, or at least try to use the Aegis of the Immortal. There's the nice reverse polarity from Magnus. Nice stun follow-up from Lina. Anti-Mage just got hit by everything and the kitchen sink, and he is still at more than half HP. How is he still alive? it is because not only does he have a heart, but he has that built-in spell resistance. He is just a tank right now. He is so powerful. There's a skewer from Magnetar, and Anti-Mage is just so strong right now. DD has let him go too long. Giving him that top lane to farm up in alone was not the best move, I don't think. I think they're realizing now that that wasn't what they needed to do. Yeah, it got Nature's Prophet farm, but what has Nature's Prophet done with it? He's picked up a Hand of Might as a mechanism, and it looks like he's working towards a Sheep Stick, but Anti-Mage has gotten a little bit more than that by being given that free farm all the way up until this point. So I think that DD might be ready to call it quits in this game. There's not a whole lot they can do at this point. They did pretty much what I had said they needed to do to win a fight: kill everyone but Anti-Mage, and then kill Anti-Mage. They did the first part pretty fine. They didn't do the second part. They tried, but they didn't. And now they are paying for it. So Anti-Mage is on a mega kill streak right now, 777 gold per minute. He is going to get his quota in just a moment. I think he's going to hit that 800 gold with one more kill.
I do suffer fools.
Really, DD, I think where they went wrong, as I had mentioned before, was they didn't team fight hard enough. They didn't stick together hard enough. Really, once a Magnus hit that level 6, they really should have been forcing 5-man team fights. Instead, they kind of kept trying to get some good farm going on Sven, good farm going on the Nature's Prophet, and that's all well and good. You want to get those heroes farmed up. They need to be farmed up to be effective. The problem, though, is neither of them will outcarry a farmed-up Anti-Mage. So yes, while Sven and Nature's Prophet are very strong in their own right, they are not as strong as a farmed Anti-Mage late game, and that is what we are seeing here. Anti-Mage now almost has a butterfly. He's picking up the Eagle Song. Sven still does not quite have his BKB. He will have it in just a moment here, but I think it was just some it was good drafting. I think it was okay drafting by DD, but it wasn't good execution. They had a game plan going in, and they did not execute upon it. Next, on the other hand, they executed well on their let Anti-Mage mess everyone up plan, and they executed well. I mean, you know, I'm giving a lot of credit to Torpor and his Anti-Mage at this point, and he clearly is the deciding factor in the end of the game. But you have to give credit to the other players as well. We saw some great Queen of Pain play against Magnetar in mid. We saw some clever little Earthshaker Windrunner pulling, and that helped kind of shut down the tri-lane. The Sven, Wisp, Lina tri-lane kind of got shut down by those pulls from the Earthshaker and some good play from Windrunner. So we'll see what happens in game number 2. Maybe we will see an Anti-Mage ban in game number 2, or perhaps we will see a different strategy being picked up. It's interesting. I had mentioned earlier how Magnus was typically an early ban in a game. He did not get banned here, so DD took advantage of that and picked him up. But they didn't really use him to his fullest strength, his fullest power. And you know, it happens. It looks like Next, the reason they didn't ban Magnus is because they were okay playing against Magnus. And they proved that they could. They proved they could hold their own. So we will be seeing what's going to happen in just a while in Next versus DD game number 2. And DD has already GG'd out of this this game. So we're just kind of waiting for the Ancients to drop right now. Anti-Mage did get his Battle Fury, and he ended up at just about 900 gold a minute. If he can kill this tower, he might be at the 900 gold mark. We'll see. 893. I think he wants to hit 900, but he won't. He won't. So, yeah, good job to Next right there. And good job to Anti-Mage for hitting 922, 933, 932, 31 gold per minute. Incredible. Incredible farm ability right there from Torpor on the Anti-Mage. And some good efforts from DD, but better efforts from Next. So, yeah, we'll go into game number 2 here in a little while. So check it out.
Invisibility.